Two friends from Iowa finding out what's beyond living after death. C&R isn't just about the paranormal. It's about bringing the community together by sharing their experience, evidence, and the fun moments during a paranormal investigation, so that you, the community, can be a part of our journey. Welcome to C&R Paranormal Podcast.
Welcome back to another episode of C&R Paranormal Podcast with your host Chris
and Ryne.
Tonight we have two special guests from Packman Paranormal with Ernie and Denise with us.
How's it going, guys?
Going well. How are you?
You're special, all right.
Don't start
He's
that
special.
already. Don't start that stuff already.
So, we're gonna jump right in. But so for you two, what? Sorry, I kind of wrote notes, so I remember. But what got you two wanting to own a haunted location?
I'll let you take that one.
Well, when we were looking for a house, we were looking for a historic home. I mean, plain and simple. If it was haunted, that was a bonus, you know. And we had thought we settled on one that was down in Bardstown, Kentucky. That deal kind of didn't work out. So we were back in the market. I'm sound asleep one night about 3 a.m, and
I don't sleep ever. I don't ever sleep.
no rest for the wicked, right? So, I hear this demonic voice at the witching hour of 3 a.m. We need this house. Open my eyes to a phone being shoved in my face with a Zillow ad for 04 Elm Street, West Point, Kentucky, and read the details on it. It's built in 1841, former Civil War hospital, all those things. And we were like, yeah, that sounds good. So I'll make a long story short, called the realtor. The next day we were in here taking a look at it. We walked 10 feet in the front door and told him we'll take it.
Oh, wow.
At that time, we didn't know it was haunted, other than what we had experienced just by walking 10 feet in the door. But it has that plaque on the front of the house, you know, the National Registry of Historic Places.
The offer was already pending before we looked up that plaque.
So the plaque says Ditto House Inn, 1841. So we Googled Ditto House Inn, 1841. The first result that popped up on Google was 6 reasons why the Ditto House Inn is Kentucky's most haunted house.
Wow.
Bonus, you know. So that's kind of how we got here.
Yep.
So me and Chris first got to know you at last year's Paracon, and and I tell you what, your guys' presentation was pretty awesome, I thought.
That's right. That was you two that snuck
I
in the back
told you
side.
it was. I told him it was.
Yeah,
This is a show.
we sat in the back of the room because we didn't want to bug you guys.
At the
You
end.
snuck in, didn't buy a ticket or nothing. You missed the part where we passed around the hat for tips. Well, I mean, that presentation was basically a short version of the presentation I had given about a week before at the Indiana Bigfoot conference.
Right.
Just kind of condensed it down a little bit. And a lot of people, when they think of Ernie and Denise, Packman Paranormal, they think of the Ditto House Inn and ghosts and all that stuff. But there would have been no Packman Paranormal without
Bigfoot.
So that's kind of what the presentation.
Technically, though, if you want to back up beyond that, there would have been none of us meeting to get to a point that we got to Packman Paranormal without Waverly Hills Room 5.
Exactly.
So,
And I remember me and Chris sitting in the back, and you guys are talking, and I'm nudging Chris. I said, "You see their arms?" I said, "It says 502." I said, I bet that's the room at Waverly." Sure enough, it was.
yep.
Yes, sure was.
She's a very big part of our lives. She's the reason we're where we are, I guess, technically. But I mean,
technically, we were at her grave
when
we had our Bigfoot encounter
encounter.
that led to Packman Paranormal being formed and everything else. So, yeah.
So
I think her grave was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna backtrack to the Ditto House. So is there so I know you guys, since owning the Ditto House, had a lot of experiences in the house. What are some of the most memorable ones that you'll carry?
Probably the crepe myrtle.
The crepe myrtle was pretty big.
Yeah. Ryan, I know we told you that story when you were here, but we have a crepe myrtle tree out in our front yard that's right next to the walkway up to the porch. You know, beautiful purple blooms are on right now. Well, last year, wasn't it?
2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago now?
2 years ago
now. We had a storm come through. Denise and I went out to the back porch and watched the storm across the river. And when it got a little windy and the rain blowing on us back there on the back porch, come on in the house. When we got the house, felt really juiced. You guys feeling, sometimes a place has a different to it. Well, it had, and we decided to get out a little bit of equipment. And I gotten out a REM pod over on the tab downstairs. Came out of a funeral. We'd get a couple other pieces of equipment out and set them in. We could stand in one place and see both of them. Completely lit out, and we're standing for about 20 minutes.
Did you see that on your end? That
I just blind for a second or something.
yeah,
I don't
the camera.
that kind of stuff. About 20 minutes trying to get communication, and pods aren't going off, nothing, no response, anything. So we went, the heck with it. Let's turn on up to bed. Ace went one way, turned the light on. I went to grab the pod. It went off. She
Yes, Sarah was
too. She fits on. As I'm grabbing the ring, I realize there's a pile of wet myrtle flower in front of the REM pod that were not there.
You're saying doing it badly for them.
But is it just you guys experiencing it? I mean, is everybody, because
All fine.
blink out? Are you guys blink out? Or? No?
Yeah, my end is bad.
Is it on us?
Is it?
Hello? Can you hear me?
We can hear Ryan.
Yeah, my end's fidgety.
Okay. I don't know, mate. Let's go out and go back in. We'll go out and go back in and see.
that okay? Ryan, I can't hear Ryan at all.
No.
Hang on.
Let's go out and go back in.
We're going to get out and come in and figure out.
We might have to take.
Ryan, you muted.
Oh. Oops.
Okay.
So, as the, I guess I was muted the whole time. Oops. Anyway, I didn't realize I did. But while they come back, let's say hi to these guys. Hey, Mark Brown, how are you doing today? How you doing, Sarah? Hi from Liverpool. Oops. Hey,
Oh.
you're back.
Are we talking better?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oops.
We and was using the Wi-Fi, so we asked him to get Wi-Fi for us to do this. We think that might be part of the problem.
Are we hearing us good?
It's. I think you're good.
Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Sarah said,
It showed.
I don't know.
It showed you
What?
froze, but
say,
They showed us froze.
hello?
yeah.
Oh,
No,
Oops.
I don't know.
I don't either because it looks fine on our end.
Yeah.
This is the way we always do it. I don't know what else to fix here.
I could try it. I could try to. Well, that's probably. I was gonna say I could try,
Yeah.
but
The only thing is Ryan.
Yeah.
it's
I
me.
mean, yeah, I can. Chris isn't freezing, but you're on the way. So I don't know if it's you or what it is.
Let me see.
Yeah. Pete
Hopefully,
Dream. That might be him.
I wonder if it'll let me back out and without ending the. Let's see. Can you guys hear? Am I cutting out?
Not now. You're
Not right now. You're not.
Everything's good. You want to just go with it while we got it?
yeah.
All right, yeah.
Everything's good right now.
All right. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Are we okay right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are.
Okay.
Okay.
How about
All right.
everybody over here? Are we okay now?
Mark Brown, are we okay?
Well, Mark knows we're never okay, but are we okay for this?
Well, anyway, okay. Sarah apparently caught 3 words of my whole last story. So I'll back up and give you a short version up to the point where I was. There was a storm. We went out back, watched the storm come in. We come in the house. The house feels like it's jacked up. So we went lights out, got out some equipment, and did a little investigation. After about 20 minutes, we got nothing. I walked over to grab a REM pod. Denise went to turn the lights back on. When she flipped the light switch on, there was a pile of wet crepe myrtle flowers sitting in front of that REM pod that were not there when we put the REM pod out.
From our front yard.
They somehow had come in the house from the outside without setting off the REM pod or without us seeing it, without the door opening. There's no explanation for how they got there. That's probably
The picture disappearing.
yeah, and you saw those pictures, Ryan. There was another night very similar to the one I just described where it had stormed and we came in the house and decided we were going to do a little investigating. Denise wanted to get out some flashlights and try some flashlight communication. Well, she couldn't find the flashlights, so she just said, "Oh, heck with it. Let's just do an EVP session." She sat down in the parlor and started asking questions. And behind her, a nightlight that has an on-off switch started flipping on and off in response to the questions. And, we were kind of blown away by that. So I got my phone out and started videoing where I could catch this, because it was like, nobody will believe this crap. So I ran the video for about 3 minutes with us getting on-demand responses, just back to back to back. And then my phone went back to the home screen, like it had just, like it never was on camera mode. And so I'm like, what the heck happened? I looked, went back to my camera. There was nothing. It wasn't recording or anything. There was no video there. So I went to my gallery to see if the video was there. The video wasn't there. What was there was a photograph that it had been taken during that time from behind me, facing a different direction. I was videoing this way. The picture was taken that way. And it was from behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And we have no idea how that happened.
And the two main pictures that were over the fireplace in that mysterious photo disappeared and weren't in the photo.
There were pictures that are actually down there in the living room that should have been in that picture, but they're not. It just shows a blank wall where those pictures should be.
Yeah, that was cool seeing that when you guys showed me. I couldn't believe it. I was like, how is that possible?
Mark stayed here. He stayed here a couple of weeks before you came. He had his DVR in the kids' room get unplugged. He plugged it in, did a check, went downstairs. All of a sudden, the camera goes black. He goes upstairs, and the plug is like 4 feet across the room, like they unplugged it and threw the cord away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They
didn't throw the cord away.
Well, like I said, like they were throwing the cord away. They threw it
away
from everything.
The outlet.
Just worry about yourself. I was talking.
Throwing it away would imply it's in the trash.
I'm gonna throw you away.
Yeah. I was telling Chris that you guys said that they like to unplug stuff and move stuff around, and I think that there's two of them that the ones I like besides the picture one was the rocks on the stairs. Denise, you were telling me about, and then you guys were telling me about Rob's experience with his.
Twice, Rob's had his hearing aids unplugged when he was here.
Yeah, 2 different times.
and the first time, not only was his brick unplugged and across the room, when he plugged everything back in, his charger was also plugged in. And when he went back upstairs, they had left the hearing aids. There's Eric.
Hey, Eric. Good to see you.
When he went back upstairs, his hearing aids had stayed plugged in, but they had unplugged the phone charger, rolled it up neatly, and laid it on his bed.
That would have been cool to catch on camera.
Right here where Brian is sleeping. We're in the murder room.
So because I know Chris didn't hear that story. What are you able to tell that rock story on the staircase?
You're the mouth of the South. You go for it.
The mouth of the South.
Yeah, I heard Brian say something about that in his video about the rocks on the stairs.
Yeah.
There's a book called The Spirited and Haunting History of West Point, Kentucky. Stories, it includes a whole chapter about this book. Or about this house. I'm sorry, about this house.
Maybe you shouldn't tell it. You're not really.
You told me to tell it. I was ready for you to tell it, and you told me to tell it.
Anyway, back in the day, the real children.
Now you're going to tell it.
Yeah, shut up. The real children would sit at the top of the stairs, and they played a game where they would toss rocks down the stairs and see what, guess which step it was going to land on. Well, we had not read that book because that's one of the stories in there. we had not read that book prior to moving in, and we started noticing rocks as we were cleaning, because we scrubbed and cleaned about 2 weeks before we ever brought our stuff in. And I mean, it wasn't like you'd come in and maybe a pebble had stuck to your shoe, or maybe a rock was behind a piece of furniture and you just happened to find it. Like, there was no furniture. And we had like swept and mopped the dining room and came in, and there's 2 huge rocks sitting there. I'll actually go. They were huge.
That's what she said.
Huge. Huge rocks sitting there. I'll go get that in a minute and show you guys the rocks that we've actually found in the house. And for whatever reason, I guess we were curious and started looking through that book while we were cleaning and came across that story. So as we were leaving one night, I said, you know, we know there's nobody else in here. We won't be here to bother you. If you want to leave us a present, we'll find it tomorrow. And when we came back in, there was a big rock sitting right in the middle of the 3rd step. So we brought them colored crystals for something pretty to look at. And we put 1 crystal on each step. And they started moving the crystals. Like, sometimes there's 2 crystals on one step, no crystal on another. We've got 1 crystal that's made it all the way up to the 2nd floor landing.
Another one is.
I've got 2 Gettysburg rocks downstairs on my bookshelf. 1 crystal got put over there with those. We had one show that disappeared for like a month and showed up under somebody's pillow that spent the night here. They move not just crystals, they move everything, but the crystals are everything. Wow. I'll run downstairs and get the rocks so that we can show them, because these aren't little rocks.
Yeah. Yeah. I was telling Chris that that when I was there, I had a feeling of me taking my hat off the whole time as you guys were showing me the house, and I don't know what it was, because I don't know if it's because the time period of the house or just the way I felt. I don't know, but I just wanted to take my hat off, and then I put it back on because I was like, well, that's all right. But then I felt like something was telling me, no, you got to take it off.
Well, you know, at one point, William Tecumseh Sherman, General Sherman,
I don't know if you can see these because we got our thing over there. There we go.
We could have come back.
I was just showing up if I brought them up there.
Yeah, those are huge rocks.
No.
Yeah, they're not just things that are just going to stick into the treads.
This is actually the one that was left on the stair for us after we.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's 10 or 12 of them in here. But Sherman had a headquarters just about 4 doors down from us at one point during the Civil War. And parts of his command staff were staying here. And if you know anything about military protocol, you uncover when you're in a building.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you were just picking up on that or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But
don't do that again because we didn't powder your head and it kind of gave a glare. It was hard for the people to see.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just interesting to me that happened, and but yeah, maybe something just said, you know what, do it, or yeah. Yeah. I know at one point I think you told me you were like, you thought I had Tourette's or something.
Yeah, because you're like, it was constant. I was like, is he okay? Denise, is he okay? Is he okay?
But all right, let's see here. So I know, even though I know Brian's not here, what is there any like experiences from like the week that he was here that you guys?
I wish he was here for this.
I do too, because he's got a lot of stuff he could tell.
There's a lot that's gone on. the first night that we all investigated here, I think it was the first night he was here.
Yeah, it was that Saturday night when you got here.
We were up sitting outside of the children's room, outside of the nursery, and we had some equipment in there and some a tracer light coming out of there, and we were just sitting there talking, waiting for something to light up or something to happen. And he was using a Seer app, or Denise was using the Seer app. No, it was him.
We both had it. I think we both had it on.
Yeah. And he had set his phone down on the table. And he just said, all of a sudden he starts screaming, no, 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 no. And he jumps up and runs down the first flight of steps to the landing. And he's like, oh my God, oh my God. And we're like,
he's like,
what?
I can't go the rest of the way down there. I don't know what's down there.
Yeah, I don't know what's down there. I'd go the rest of it. And we were like, what? You know, we thought that something had come up on his app or something that had freaked him out. And there was a creepy picture that had come up.
Yeah.
But no, he said that he had looked up from his phone and there was a woman standing in the ladies' room, which is the next room back here, on the other side of the bed. And they basically made eye contact.
Yeah.
And it freaked him out and he jumped up and ran. But we've had lots of activity in the house.
Tracer lights, footsteps.
He put out some cameras around the house that we've been monitoring from time to time.
Chimes in the nursery.
We've heard music, like chimes coming out of the nursery. Heard whispering when no one was in the room where the camera picked it up. I mean, there's been quite a bit. I mean, we've had the butt print appear on the bed in the ladies' room.
We have a place on the bed, kind of on the side facing out the window, like somebody sits there and looks out the window. And we'll smooth it out, and it might be a couple hours later, it might be 2 days later. You'll walk past there, and there's another butt print there, like somebody has been sitting there again.
Yeah, I saw that on his weekly. Yeah, one of his weekly videos. I was like, you know what? I did see that was smooth the first video. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, and that kind of thing happens a lot. I mean, that's like she said. If it's not done the same day that we make the bed and flatten it out, definitely within a week, there's a butt print there. And none of us go in there. I mean, we go in there to get stuff out of cabinets every now and then, but we don't go over to that part of the room, know, over on that side of the bed. Nobody goes over there.
It's so active here that we're more surprised when we have a day that something doesn't happen than we are when we have a day that something does.
Yeah.
Because like it's been kind of quiet the last couple of days, and we're like, where are y'all? What's going on? Did we make you mad?
But then you go back and think about it. Well, the REM pods were going crazy all last night.
They went crazy yesterday afternoon too.
Yeah.
And Brian heard whispering on the ladies' camera when the REM pods were going off here.
Yeah. So quiet to us is a little different than quiet to you only get a few things that happen. It's quiet.
Have you guys ever had like your neighbors around there come up to you and you're like every time, like if they walk by the house or something, they're like, they feel like there's something.
The neighbor next door used to own the house.
He's the one that contributed to the stories of the house
that are in the book that I talked about earlier.
And this whole town was founded in
1796.
1796. This whole town's haunted. So we're surrounded by haunted properties.
The people who live across the street from us have told me that they got to dig through their pictures and find them, but they've got pictures of people peeking out the windows when the house was abandoned.
Oh, wow.
That, were in period clothing and from the 1800s.
The house beside them, which is kind of corner to us, is the first, Sears Roebuck used to do catalog homes way back in the day. That's the very first Sears Roebuck catalog home over there, and it's haunted. That guy tells has told Ernie a lot of stories that happen over there.
The one next to it is the James Young house.
He founded the town.
He's the founder of the town. That house
Oh, wow.
in like 1794 or something like that.
We live. Elm Street is the 38th parallel. We live on the 38th parallel.
West Point, Kentucky is just very.
Mm-hmm.
I do like how like the Kentucky there with like the limestone, and you guys are by the Salt River, and
We got the Ohio and the Salt that come together in our backyard.
Yeah.
it just
That's the Black Wolf.
I'll say that's Leanne. I said, look, the Black Wolf. Yeah, Wicked Wolf Pack. That's when we collab with the Black Wolf, we become the Wicked Wolf Pack.
the Wicked Wolf Pack.
Woodpecker. What?
It's a new team day.
Yes,
We're going to become the Wicked Woodpecker now.
Wicked Woodpecker.
The Wicked Woodpecker.
The logo makes itself. You know.
have that what is it, the Looney Tunes
Yeah.
just as the logo.
Just have Chat GPT create an evil Woody Woodpecker.
We do have an evil woodpecker here.
Yeah,
too.
we got a woodpecker that
Doesn't realize his house is concrete.
our house is brick. We got a woodpecker that will sit there and peck on our house.
Are you serious?
Yes. Yes.
That's awesome.
No, it's stupid. You know his name was Ruan?
Marianne?
Leanne, bless her heart.
Yeah, that's all right.
Look, I'm having a 4%.
We are on a show.
Chris, I tell you what, Leanne and Todd and Leanne are really, really cool people. I was glad to meet them as well.
They made
Yeah.
a Comic Con,
Or you
right?
still stuck in the mud.
Oh yeah. I still feel bad. I still think about that. I'm like, man, I feel bad. And Chris got a crack out of it.
Did you get some tires?
Not yet.
Ah,
I'm thinking about getting the. I need to. I shouldn't think. I need to.
you need to trade that Tacoma for a 4-wheel drive truck. That's all.
Yeah. I didn't want to say anything because I was like, oh, we're at an event, because it happened right because I thought I was which I was, but
Blocking
Right,
squat.
yeah, Block and Squad. Man.
Squash Man gets Big
Yeah,
Red.
Big,
out of
Big
him.
Red would have just pulled right out of
Yeah,
it.
Big
Well,
Red.
you saw Big Red did.
Yeah.
Right up the hill, no problem.
And so I went to back up when I parked, and then I felt like I was sliding or something, getting
You
stuck,
did.
and I was like, which I did, and I'm like, ah, crap. So the whole time, I mean, I had a really good experience there, but the whole time as well, I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, how am I gonna say this?
You would have figured it out eventually when everybody was going home and you were over like, see you later, guys. Talk to you later.
I almost thought of just camping there until the next day.
You still would have been stuck though.
Yeah.
That's not going to get you unstuck.
Oh, no.
My biggest fear was, oh gosh, now we're going to have to wait for a tow truck car. I'm going to take Ryan home with me. I'm going to be stuck with him the entire freaking night. That was my fear.
Yeah.
Who's the nice one of us two? I helped push your truck out. She said her in fear she was going to have to deal with.
No, I sat there and watched. Me and Leanne were sitting there taking tabs
y'all
on
were
which
sitting there probably eating snacks.
we were wondering if you or Todd were going to be the first one to get run over. We were trying to figure out who had the bigger insurance policy.
I don't know. Like, even when I started going forward, I was like, okay, please don't get stuck. Please don't get stuck. And then right when you had me turn right by those trees, I got stuck, and I'm like, I was gonna freak out, but I was like, no, don't, because I was gonna say some stuff, and I'm like, all right, I got this. And then you backed me up, and then I didn't care about the trees or anything. I just gunned it. I was like, nope, we're done. I'm
getting out.
And I knew right when I got stuck, I should have just parked right down the hill or something because I was like,
I told everybody to stay on the gravel.
and I didn't listen. But that night, like I couldn't believe it because I was telling Chris that I saw those two apparitions walking down from the cemetery. They were just standing there and looking right at me because I had a feeling like I had to turn around, and because I was at the bottom of the hill, and I turned around. And it was on the right side of that. Well, if you're looking at the hill, it was the right side, but they were looking at me, and one behind the guy had one of the rifles or something, and I should have taken a picture just to see, but I didn't. I just wanted to experience with my eyes, and so I was like, okay. So I stood there for about 5 minutes, and they were standing there as long as I was right there. I turned around, walked back, was going back to walk the way I was, and so I felt like, let me turn around to see if they're still there. Gone.
Yeah. And
then I walked back, and I had like full body chills, and like I almost like it felt like I was about to tear up or something. Like I don't know why. And then I was walking forward, going back up to the camp area, and all of a sudden, because I know Denise, you were telling us that the fairies are these big round lime green.
Not always lime green.
They're not always lime green.
Yeah,
they're not always.
No, we've seen pink, blue, purple.
But I was seeing those huge lime green lights all over, right in front of me, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna turn around. There was nothing behind me, but in front of me there was a whole bunch of them, and they were, as I was walking, they were going up the hill, and I was like,
beating you out.
Yeah. So I thought that was cool, and then seeing those those eyes in the trees and the tall
man delivers.
I told Chris, I said, I wish he was there.
Yeah, I wish I was too. It sounds great time.
September 20th.
Well, we also have the October 3rd at the Rock Island the night before. We're doing it there.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what happens October 3rd.
Yep, it's new territory for us, so I don't know.
Yeah, we've never been to Black Hawk Forest.
They could either be excited because there's somebody there that can see them and talk to them, or they'll be like, we don't know these people, we're not going to do it. So we'll have to see what happens.
And I tell you what, you guys make good burgers.
Burgers at Rock Island, though. They cut that part out.
No, have them September 20th. Though.
Yeah, we will have them September 20th.
If you want a burger, you're going to have to get a ticket to our September 20th.
I think we're in an investigation that weekend.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, yeah, we are.
More.
And September 6th, we will.
At the Bell Witch Cave
over here. We will be at the Bell Witch Cave with the Black Wolf Paranormal.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Bigfoot too.
Yeah.
I think we're having that on our list at some point. I don't know. I know we have 2026 lined up, but that'll be definitely on our list. The Bell Witch.
Usually the dates for our events and their events come out about the same time because we sit down and correlate our days together so that they can help us and we can help them when they need us.
So, with Brian writing that book, how did he approach you guys about, or did you guys approach him, or
we were at Supernatural Soiree, and it had been mentioned by Rob and Sarah a couple of times that he might be interested. And so we're at the Supernatural soiree, and Wade Kirby and Dan Rivera and this other guy come up to us, and Wade says, "Brian, I have to introduce you to two of the nicest people in the world."
Wade didn't know us really well.
And I was like,
Yeah, we were like, who?
So he introduced Wade Kirby from Nesper, introduced us, and Wade told him that we have an amazing house, that he needs to look into it. It might be a good subject for one of his books in his Get Haunted series. So we spent the evening on the Battleship New Jersey, sitting with Brian, and we talked a little bit about that, and talked a lot about just everything else, and having a good time.
And then he started texting us, asking us questions, and
bothering
then
the shit out of us.
next day was to go, and he came to the trifecta to try to get an outline and a feel for it to see, if this is what we're going to do. And then we had a date set that he was coming,
And here he is.
here he is.
Sweet.
There's his stuff right over there. You want to go through it together on camera?
Sure.
Go get it in his backpack over there. See what he's got.
He's got some equipment.
He's
sitting
got
there.
some ghost hunting equipment sitting right there. We could get that. He's not watching down there, is he?
I don't know if he is or not. If he was, he probably already yelled up here.
Yeah.
He's down there diligently. Yeah, he puts himself under stress. He gets on these deadlines, and he's got to have this written.
Yeah,
so.
he's doing like 6,000 words a day.
Wow.
He's here with us, but like he took Saturday and Sunday off, but like we're not, like I come home from work today early and I just said, hey, and then I went on about my business and came upstairs. We're not like sitting and talking and hanging out or anything. He's working.
It's like dead set, and
Yeah.
that's
he-
awesome. I know.
Go
I
ahead.
know when he I think it was day one where he said this is where his on the picture that he posted, that he had his laptop and everything, and I saw his computer and I enlarged it, and I was like, that's pretty cool.
You got a sneak peek to the book?
Yeah, there was wording on there, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna enlarge it and see what it says.
Hey, I see what's up.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's been moving from room to room to room to kind of get a feel of the different areas while he's typing. And if he put cameras in here, it's kind of neat because we get to look at him during the day and be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't do that. I don't really do that to him though because he screams. I did it to Ernie last night because he forgot that there's a camera back there going towards the shower.
I didn't forget that there was a camera, but you
Oh, so
told
you
me
didn't
I
forget.
was giving you a show. Give the people what they want. That's always been my philosophy. You know?
yeah. I wish our security cameras had
Audio. Talk
well, to talk through it. They don't, but it'd just be awesome. Just if other people are doing a session somewhere and you're just going and you're just teasing them a little bit, but we do that on the walkies. We'll do that sometimes on the walkies where and they're like,
Yeah.
stop. You're like, no.
I get it.
I know, like with our YMCA investigation, we talked to. I think we're gonna try it both nights we're there, but we're gonna do the Estes session, and we're gonna have everybody go off into like groups, and then do the Estes session at the same time. I think we're gonna have the same questions, or are we having different questions, Chris?
The same and do it through the
The same.
walkie.
And do it through the walkies, and then see what answers we can compare answers.
Yeah.
And then there's an experiment I want to try. I haven't got the string yet, but the old cup phone thing where
I've seen people trying that.
yeah, I want to try that, to put a recorder in one of them, or just put my ear up to it, see if something responds.
Right. Yeah, I know some people that have done that. I'll tell you, we have done a dual Estes session at the Old Stone Jail in Franklin, Kentucky. That was amazing. We had Todd in one room, blindfolded with noise canceling headphones. Across the hall in another room was another lady, blindfolded, noise canceling headphones. Both of it with different devices, a spirit box over here and a spirit box over here. And we stood in the hallway in between the two rooms. And we were having a conversation with both of them. You know, that was, I mean, you know, it was 100%
There's the
reactive.
Todd.
The Todd is here.
Hey, Todd.
At one point, Billy Wilkerson, who ran the Old Stone Jail, he gave me a replica Civil War pistol. And I walked upstairs, and I'm standing behind Todd and behind the other lady that's in the other room. And did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
I
It
don't
sounds
know.
like somebody trying to open that door.
Yeah, that door. That was definitely that door jiggling back. That
Maybe
was my
somebody-
chair there.
Maybe somebody will open it.
Yeah, you never know. But anyway, I took the gun and I pulled the hammer back. Well, when I first came up the steps, I just showed the gun. I held the gun up, right?
Mhm.
And Todd said, "Bad, bad." Well, I held the gun out to the side and I pulled the hammer back. The lady that was in the room to my left said, "Click." Then I pulled the trigger. Todd in the other room said, "Bang." And, you know, neither one of them had any idea I had this pistol in my hand. One, they couldn't hear each other. They couldn't see me. They couldn't hear me. And I mean, it was just an awesome experience.
I'm getting a drink. Worry about yourself. What is all that noise?
It's a helicopter. Fort Knox is doing some heavy duty training this weekend.
All right.
We keep having helicopters fly overhead.
Buzzing.
The house just keeps vibrating.
I went to the I can't remember that museum that's in Fort Knox.
Museum?
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
Yeah, it's
I'd never been there before, and it was. Although I thought, for it being a military base in the Patton or whatever his name is,
Patton.
Patton Museum. Sorry, but there was that fire truck from 9/11.
yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool, but at the same time, I was like, shouldn't that be in New York or something, or where?
Well,
Share it around. New York
there's
has
a bunch
plenty.
of those.
New York
Yeah.
has interesting.
They're in several different museums, actually.
That yellow building that was right there outside of the Patton Museum, sitting towards the road that used
The
to
barracks
be barracks. That was where Elvis did his basic training.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
part of
awesome.
the reason that's there.
I did not know that. That's pretty neat. I was wondering about that building because I was, me and my grandma, we were walking back to the car or my truck, and I was like, I wonder if they do stuff in there too, or anything. She was telling me that it was the old barracks thing, and
Yeah.
which is pretty neat.
Yeah.
Did what was
No.
I gonna say? No. I tend to have something in my head and then I lose it. So sorry if I'm
all the time.
He knows all that.
like when I texted the times and I was like, where did I put my truck?
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't find my truck. But that I know another piece of something that you guys showed me was incredible to me was, and I know it's not part of Ditto House, but at Waverly when you about that lady that was on the camera you guys caught
Are you talking about Sarah?
No, when that lady got picked up or something.
Oh, that wasn't at Waverly. That was at Brushy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was at Waverly. I'm
That
sorry.
was at Brushy.
Brushy Mountain Penitentiary in Petros, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
thought
was a whole other thing.
Yeah, that was an insane occurrence. I mean, cannot explain that away. That happened right in front of us, and it was undeniable. And definitely some strong spirit energy that was not friendly. I won't go so far as to say demonic or anything like that, but I won't say it wasn't either. It was very strong negative energy that was intending to hurt her.
Yep.
And did.
Mhm.
That's why we always say, if you're not experienced enough to deal with stuff like that, you need to be careful what
You need to
don't poke
you
the
need
bear.
to go into this with someone who is.
Exactly.
Like when I touched that doll at Museum of Lost Souls, that was funny. Fun, well, not fun, but
Her elbow is in my space.
so we're gonna kind of wrap things up. Are you guys able to tell us like any events, any stuff that
Well,
any,
we
like socials?
we will plug the Black Wolf since they were over here watching. Like Leanne had said, they are booking private investigations at the Bell Witch Cave now. Mark, we'll talk to you. What part was that?
That was in the cafeteria.
That was in the cafeteria. We can kind of give you a little update. We'll send you something here after a while on that. The Black Wolf Paranormal, though, you'll reach out to them. They have, I think she said, 4 tickets left for August 9th and Saturday, and then the tickets for the September 6th event's already gone on sale. And you can reach out to them to get a private investigation at the Bell Witch Cave. They will also be helping us here September 20th, along with Night Song Paranormal at Fort Duffield for Spirit Squatch.
And the one and only Squatch Man.
Exactly. Spirit Stories and Squatches. Squatch Man's just like inevitable. We don't always have to say him. People know he comes with the Squatches. He is Squatch.
He's pretty cool.
That'll be at
Come
Fort Duffield. We have, of course, the Rock Island Esoteric Expo coming up October 4th. We'll be there, and we are doing a abbreviated Spirit Stories and Squatches the night before.
Squatches and stories.
What the-
How many times have we had this event and you can't get to it?
Well, you started talking
Well,
and you
you
didn't.
started rambling.
So we got that October 3rd, but there's also a lot of other things going on that weekend. So get in there and check all that out. All of it, I'm sure it's worth it.
October 25th.
I haven't got there yet. I'm just on October 3rd and 4th. October 25th, they're having the Kentucky Folklore Festival. It used to be the Battletown Witch Festival. Now it's Kentucky Folklore. They're bringing it to West Point.
Because we got a witch here.
And she's wicked, and she's going to turn you into a toad. They got a lot of vendors and stuff down there, a lot of speakers, and we're going to be doing another Spirit Stories and Squatches around.
Squatches and stories. Spirit Squatches and stories.
We're going to be doing another one of those. Todd, you're next. You're next. Another
His name
one.
is Toad.
Toad. Todd the Toad. But we're going to be doing that October 25th that evening. We are still, we've got very, very limited. Like we're down to like mainly
Like
December. Maybe one in November still. I'd have to look at the calendar. Nights at the Ditto House. $500 for up to 10 people, 7P to 11A, breakfast included. And we are
Cool.
we're not going to say 100% we're not going to do this next year, but as of right now, we're leaning towards the not, because our lives are, well, y'all saw we were last minute getting here. Our lives are just crazy hectic. It's just
With real life.
it's too hard to have people at our house that we're having to stay up with and entertain while we're trying to live, work and be with our family and go to these other events that we're being asked to go to.
And
So
put up with her.
you ain't going to put up with me much longer. And you know what that means for him if he don't. You know what that means for you if you don't?
What?
It means you're going to be back in that car out there, buddy.
Have fun.
Todd's gonna be out there with you.
Toad.
Toad Esmu's out there with you. But you can follow Packman Paranormal, Packman, and the Black Wolf Paranormal, and you can find all of our events for both
We share one another's events all the time. You can also find us on
the Get Haunted Network.
The Get Haunted Network.
I can't get my arm turned.
Sunday night we'll be back with our own podcast right here on the Get Haunted Network and our YouTube channel. Yeah. You can follow us at Hauntings of Fort Duffield. You can follow us on the Packman Paranormal page or group on Facebook, or
The
Real Ditto House in 1841 is the Facebook page we have for the house.
But everything is cross-promoted between all of that. So if you find us on one, you'll find the others.
Exactly. Vetoed.
Vetoed.
Don't forget the Black Wolf when you're searching for the Black Wolf. And I guess that's about everything, isn't it?
Yeah. The Black Wolf Paranormal.
The.
Make sure you put the in front of it for the code.
So
chaotic thing that goes off the rails. We just can't even keep it on track anymore.
Hey, that's all right. It makes for a good show, though.
I don't know why people watch us.
I
don't. We don't have any. Like, you were all professional. You had questions and a direction of where you wanted to go. We sat down and go, ready to go live? And
I'm like, do we have a guest tonight? Oh, we do? Okay.
I don't know. We'll figure something out. Let's go. Welcome to Packman Paranormal. Packman Paranormal. It's a new show tonight. We're pushing the envelope tonight.
Cameras and him forgetting there was a camera in there. We was shower the other night. Packman Paranormal.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, every time before our podcast, I'm always like, let's figure out questions because I don't want to not have questions.
Just wing it.
And I have
natural.
Because if I don't have questions at least written down, I'll probably go, oh, wait a minute.
Remember that time that I came over? That was pretty cool. Right?
Yeah. And so I had a little bit written down.
I see that.
But,
how'd that work for you, Ryan? How many of those did you actually get to?
I mean, I asked pretty good, a pretty good amount of questions.
Good.
But
nobody in the chat did. They didn't care what we had to say.
But where you guys can follow, where everybody can follow CNR Paranormal, we have you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. All you need to do is search C, the and sign, R, Paranormal. We also have a website, cr-paranormal.com. And it was very good to have you guys on the podcast. It was very awesome. You guys made it fun, funny, and everything. We definitely will have you guys on at some point again. So as of that,
right, Ernie, I'll come on without him if you need me. I know he's just a drag.
You guys are awesome. But as for that, you guys have a good one, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Thank you, everyone,
for having us.
Thank you.
We'll see you again. Take care. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
in the
Eric.
chat.
Love
Eric,
you, Eric.
Grant, V Todd, everybody.
They towed.
As always, thank you so much for tuning in on the CNR Paranormal Podcast. You can find this podcast on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. You can also hear this on the Get Haunted main Facebook page, 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesdays. Thanks again for tuning in. See you guys on the next one.